All right. Last week, we jumped in sort of in the middle of a big fight with an undead storm giant outside of Midview. As it marched onward, destroying everything in its path. Some cunning tactics, however, we were able to distract it long enough to chop it down to size and eventually slay the creature. Yvette took the opportunity to climb into the corpse and blast away any remaining worms so that they didn't come out and harry you or the town later. And then you all healed up a little bit and returned to town to some fanfare. You were pretty quickly greeted by the alderman, having met him earlier, and talked compensation. You also got the names of the townspeople that had encouraged him initially to put in the contract and decided to visit one of them. You divided up your payment, which was 400 gold pieces each, and a little like handwritten voucher for some like discounted services in town. Going down the list of addresses you got from the alderman's assistant, you ended up at Illy Taddick's home. And got from her a description of the man that had tipped her and her group off, describing him as a like averagely built, pale, bald man with an odd smell about him, which was a description that sounded quite familiar to a couple of members of the group who'd had a run-in with a similar figure in the past. Yvette had some bad feelings about things having heard this and decided to reach out to Ian using the modified sending spell available to him as part of his specialization to get an update. And after some delay, got a response back from Ian, which indicated there was something going on at Kaedwyll and they were needed back as soon as possible, which is where we find ourselves now, still in the house of Illy Taddick, technically. I suppose trying to figure out what to do next, as you just heard that, and well, I guess secondhand, because Yvette would be the only person that heard it, but an injured Ian urged you to return. Or injured sounding, I guess.
What time is it in the day?
Early afternoon, probably.
Okay.
Mid-afternoon. Mid-afternoon.
One important thing, since I wasn't here last time, do I still have my horses? Or my horse?
No. You tied the horse up right next to a tower, and that tower was promptly knocked down. So we ruled that the horse ran away to preserve its own life. Hopefully it returned to its owner, but you do not know at this time.
That's the only thing I'm gonna be thinking about all day. A horse.
But I can confirm that the horse was not crushed.
Very good. Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah, he just got eaten by wolves right after, but
much worse. No longer calm, panicking. Also thinking I could make like a shepherd's pie with horse meat, if worse comes to worse, but...
Wolves in like a wide open plain in the middle of the day, not that far from a town, would be a bit unusual, but feel free to worry in whatever manner you wish.
Right.
I'm going to worry right over to the graveyard and get bones.
I think we'll have more opportunity for bones if we have a job tomorrow.
I'm gonna, Ivette's gonna, jolt up. Clearly, his eyes are, huge. Very panicking. and then he's gonna start repeating it all out. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go. And just start like going to the door.
So is this the first sort of response that you give audibly after hearing the message from Ian?
Yeah.
All right, that's all the context that the rest of you have then.
Any-
Is I
Wait,
bet saying we
what?
gotta
That's
go.
too much, honey. Yeah, what? Dearie, where are you going? We just got here. I thought we were going to take a little rest.
There's something wrong at the secret base. We need to go. We need to go fast. And then
Are you sure?
What's
I-
wrong?
I'm out of the house screaming. I'm absolutely sure. And then just keep walking.
Sounds good enough for me. I start plodding at a very even pace.
I don't even get my open shoe sandals. It's just on the door.
Yeah, I follow.
Yeah, I guess Sirius will follow as well then.
I don't know if y'all know how important bones are to me, but if I don't have them, I'm going to be dead. So I need to stock up before we go, which means a trip to the graveyard discreetly.
I'm not looking back. I'm going to the portals thing.
I don't get tired, so technically I could just meet up with you by sprinting constantly.
Okay, never mind.
It's a bummer they don't have like DoorDash or something just to deliver bones to on demand.
If I could, I don't know. If I had someone, well, god damn.
Do they need to be like human bones? Because Gabitha has
Yeah.
a chicken carcass in her purse.
Needs to be human bones.
Bummer. She just ate the last of hers.
To sort of contextualize the graveyard of this town a bit. This is the largest, most famous burial site in the entire world.
Damn right it is.
It surrounds basically the entire town. It's like 50% of the reason the town exists, at least. And it is very well tended. It's considered a great honor to work here and to guard it or protect it or maintain it or, bury people here or do anything in relation to it at all.
So it would be a really good. Do we have time for all of us to stop there and help get bones?
Well, I think what's being
Hearing bones are not a quick and dirty task.
it sounds like it's not going to be simple to just like go there and get them
No gift shop
Fair.
open.
guarded
Empty.
with sanctity. Probably not a good place.
I guess the comparison I would draw to it is like the biggest bank you could possibly imagine versus like the family owned one in the tiny town. This would be the big one.
So you're saying we'd have better luck like finding a murdered person on the way back to...
Look, anything's possible. You could try whatever you want. But I'm just saying, you would quickly find that they have taken steps to prevent grave robbing here.
If we find a bad guy, a villain, then we can just kill him and take their bones.
Well, I guess we could like broaden our definition of bad for a while and then
we got the voucher for shit that might get you guys healed. And even if it doesn't heal you full because you're already dead, it might heal you a bit. But that's
fair.
that's me be saying Ivet is not backing up. He's going straight to the portal.
There's a portal to get there?
Yeah, we came
Yeah,
from
we traveled through the banks.
Oh, see that I didn't know. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Um,
So, it comes up fairly regularly at this point, so I kind of gloss over it sometimes. But the Celestial Finance, a sort of religious organization that runs banks, they offer as part of their services anywhere that they have branches. They use teleportation magic to basically like move funds from place to place and stuff. And they will also let people use it. The fee, if I remember correctly, is 100 gold plus like 20 or 25 per person or something like that. It's written down somewhere.
Okay.
So that is how y'all got here in the first place. It's basically the go-to if you're going to any like major settlement. And you want to do it quickly. It's not super cheap, but it is extremely fast.
So actually, this simplifies things then. If we can get there instantly, then we got time to look for some bones or find other means of healing. And I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, I'm barely over half health. Like, kind of want to be tip top if we're going back to this, big battle. So I'd like to find some way to heal.
I can give you a
You
potion of
having
cure
full
light
health
wounds.
would be nice.
You guys have the voucher, and we don't even know what the voucher does exactly, but it's probably our best option if you guys wanna heal before going to the portal.
If services include healing, then I will take it.
That sounds like a plan. We'll split the party.
Perfect.
You can go find healing, and I'm going to go and get things settled for transport. Actually, wait, am I full HP? I haven't even looked. I don't need HP. I'm a wizard.
I'm down like 2 HP after spending most of my potions, which I now regret.
I'm down 4 HP, which is a seventh of my health, but
I'm down half. So
Yeah, Gabitha needs healing too, I guess.
these
Cool.
old bones are creaking over here.
Come take your voucher and go look for some.
So each of us got a voucher, or there's just one?
Everyone got one.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. So is there somewhere I can like heal here?
It seems a pretty safe bet. Most even like mid-sized settlements have something. So while this place is dedicated to Furomi, who's not particularly known for healing, it is chock full of religious spellcasters.
Okay. Well, I'm going to attempt to find one that will help me.
Yeah, let's go spend some vouchers and then head for the portal.
yeah.
I might go straight to the portal and see if I can like speed up things for when everyone come back, because I'm full HP.
Okay, if you want to head to the Celestial Finance and get the process started, there's, there's always the chance that there's a line, or that they have some other business they need to attend to before they get to you. So you can get that rolling.
Do you want 75 gold? Is that helpful to you?
I don't know. I think I have it.
Okay.
Yeah, I have gold. It's fine.
Wait, so even though we're part of the secrets, we still have to pay to go through?
I don't know.
The
Yeah.
Seekers paid for our trip up.
Damn it.
The Seekers foot the bill sometimes, but not all the time.
Can't we just say, like, it's a crisis and take it for free?
Business
No.
expenses. Yeah, come on.
These are
If anyone does not want to pay, I have got you covered.
So Gabitha is an expert couponer. I just want to point this out. She's really good at knowing all the deals, getting those discounts. So I do think for the fact that she's ancient, she should be able to find a reduced rate for these things.
So the Celestial Finance are run by people who dedicate themselves to the god of wealth.
Ferengi bastards.
So they if you told them it was a crisis, they would probably only see it as an opportunity to like charge fees.
What if we tell them it's an honor to support us?
You'd have to really swing for that one.
So anyway, I'll pay the full amount for everybody to travel.
Kevin is still trying to negotiate like a buy one get one.
What was the price? I missed it.
It is 100 gold pieces plus 25 per person.
I'll pay my way if someone wants to front the
So it's
initial price.
225 for the whole group.
I have the money. I'm just trying to spit shit out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not stopping to ask you guys for your part of the money. I'm just going.
But Gabitha's like, it's senior discount. Early bird
So-
special.
Have we found, like, do we, where, God, brain, use the words, all of the full word. Do we know of a place to get healing done?
Give me a knowledge local or knowledge religion, I guess.
Do local.
You'll find something eventually. It's just a matter of how long it takes.
I'd say 23 is pretty good. I can help. Are we all doing it?
Yeah, if you want to assist Elantra, you can do that. I can
Let me
up
open
that to a 25 potentially.
Charge sheet. Knowledge. Oh, I don't have knowledge local.
Then you can't help.
Never mind.
I'm assisting Elantra. I'm not sure how helpful I'm being though.
I tried to assist.
Okay, so with this, you're able to pretty rapidly pick out where, like, the most logical place for a house of healing would be, and like what they might have like on the outside as sort of like not advertisement, but you know, like naming and stuff. Symbology, that's the word I was looking for. And you end up finding the Noble Beacon House of Healing.
Good, good.
It's just kind of a small little place, sort of like nestled on the corner in between two neighborhoods, like townhouse neighborhoods. One of which you're actually in. So you basically like walk down the street, and clock it like very quickly as it's just around the corner to you.
All right. Let's go. I'm going to walk in there.
Yep, let's go. And then let's go.
I require aid.
Just bursting
the-
through the door.
Yep.
I love the skeleton man just like going boldly where humans have gone before.
Always.
Oh, dearie.
Oh,
Aid,
don't worry. I'm already dead. I just need some additional support for my bones.
Like a splint or what sort of I'm sorry, I'm not super familiar.
Well, I have this slip of paper telling me that there might be services I require from you at a discount. And I need some kind of salve or perhaps some kind of healing liquid poured over me.
Oh, so does so magical healing works?
Oh,
for
yes,
you?
of course. But it's not as effective as other fleshy people.
Okay, well, looking this does have the alderman stamp on it, so it seems it should cover I guess as much treatment as you need. This way.
I follow.
I assume the rest of us were like walking through the door during that exchange. Or at least I was.
Yeah, safe to assume, with the exception of Yvette, who's walking like clear the opposite direction towards the bank.
Not there.
So yeah, this man takes you around the corner to like a little chapel area. It is covered in symbology that's not for Faromi. It is for Kavach, the god of healing, which perhaps is lending to why this is so small in this town. But there's a couple of, like, probably 3 little alcove things, like little rooms off to the side of this little chapel space. And he sort of gestures for you to enter one of them.
Okay.
And
Do I
it
have
is
to
just
like
like a little seat.
Okay, I don't have to like strip down or anything and just walk
No.
in. All right, I walk in and take my place upon the wooden throne.
The man makes some offerings. There's some candle lighting and dousing and a couple of other things. And then he comes back over and places his hand on your shoulder.
Yes.
And you hear, or rather you feel, pulses of energy course through you as your hit points are restored.
Mm. Oh.
The reaction.
Making this
He
noise.
places the hand on your shoulder, and then the skeleton man just go, yes.
So am I like fully healed?
Yeah, he'll pump you up to full,
Fantastic.
and this will eat your voucher.
Good. Didn't want to write it into my inventory anyway. 55.
Now that's efficiency.
I'm all good. I'm ready to jump through the portal.
Is anyone else going to partake in healing services?
Yes,
Maybe.
but after Elantra.
Does this
So-
person sell healing potions?
Not normally.
Is the voucher usable anywhere else or just here in the city?
It is only for this city.
So use that shit.
Bummer.
Um,
We're not coming back.
have you got anything that I could use for what? Wow, I got really cockney Elantra did over the break. You got anything I could use for healing?
The Cockney Wizard, yeah, let's go.
Me and the
some of that
boys are headed
story?
back to Kaedwyll.
I want this to be Elantra's canon voice now.
I kind of love it. Like something we could use in the field.
We don't typically sell potions. You'd be better off finding like an alchemist or something like that for that sort of thing. As he says this, his eyes sort of glance to another part of the building before they look back at you.
I mean, I appreciate that, bruv, but
Oh no.
we've got.
I hate it.
All right, the bruv part's a little much.
It's the best part.
I want more.
I guess Sock just has to make another character now.
Hang on, we can recalibrate this.
You what?
Ah, yes.
Oh no, I'm recalibrating it to different Cockney. I'm sorry, lovey. I know it's a bit of an odd request, but we're just in a bit of a time pinch, don't you see?
Make me a diplomacy check.
Do I get disadvantage because of the accent?
I'm assuming the accent is non-canon.
Oh, absolutely not.
I'm sorry, we can't.
Ah, pip cheerio.
Now then,
Jeez.
now then, you just saved the city.
Was there a pigeon in here?
Have you got
Yeah.
that fucking bird under control?
Gabitha will lean in to help Elantra.
Here's a quick reptile fact. Pigeons and doves are the same species, just with different coloration.
Guys,
What?
please heal yourselves quick.
Pigeons get such a bad rap.
I will then ask if there is an apothecary nearby that he could direct me to.
Yes, actually, you're gonna need to go down the road, take a left, and then another left, and then your second right, and then it should be a 1 block down on your left. They're very good over there.
Is that
Square.
in the direction of Celestial Finance? Is that like closer or further away? Or, like, a
It is
neutral
further
distance
away.
Fine. I'm gonna fucking sprint. just a posh elf in uncomfortable shoes sprinting through the streets.
Was there like just one like a healing booth? Like it's crackers, and then after crackers, someone else does, and after someone else does? Or can everyone just heal at the same time?
It's just one dude doing the healing, so it's one person at a time, unfortunately.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Well, now that Elantra ran away, Sirius is going to present his little voucher to get healed for his little bit of HP.
It's artisanal healing.
I just need a top off, just a little scratch.
Top off.
It's not healing without happy ending.
Oh, another
Oh,
voucher.
no, it's not.
Okay,
This is getting weird.
I guess I'll
Wow.
present this to the alderman and get reimbursed or something. I'll figure that out later. Please sit down.
Sirius sits.
That's all crackers' fault. And yes.
There's a similar ritual, although it doesn't take as long this time. They're not charging up with as much juice. And
So they did have juice.
places a hand on your arm and refills you, tops up that red bar.
As I leave the little spot, can I like glance at where he glanced at earlier and see if I can see what he was looking at?
It just looks like a closed room.
Okay. I'm not going to do anything about it.
Please don't.
Is Gabatha next?
Gabatha is next, and I want you all to imagine Bette Midler from Hocus Pocus. Gabatha walks in and is like, "Oh dear, it has been so hard. I am so wounded." And Gabatha is going like full. I nearly lost my life. Please, I'm famished. I'm wounded. Isn't there some healing for a dear old
This poor
granny?
guy.
I imagine you have a voucher as well.
I do, but I assumed that you would look upon me with your goodwill, knowing that I am saving this city, this little old granny, and I have cookies right here too.
He seems unimpressed by the cookies, unfortunately, but you can make a diplomacy check to convince him otherwise.
What if they are white chocolate macadamia nut cookies, which I feel like
Shit.
are kind of,
I feel like those would be expensive.
a dark. Exactly. I'm pulling out the nice cookies. All right. I had to kill some.
Okay, I
macadamia.
rolled again, and he takes another glance, and he's like, "Are those macadamia nuts?"
Well, I got 9 the first roll.
All right. Because your macadamia nut cookies are enticing to him, you will get this with advantage. So,
Oh my god.
oh, still not great.
Still not great. He's allergic to nuts. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
actually,
I
if that's white chocolate, it really messes with my tum tum. So you're gonna have to insist.
not even chocolate. I understand. It's just butter, the cocoa butter. I should have gone with a Dutch cocoa. I'm sorry. Okay, and she hands over her voucher.
Sit, please.
She says, "I'm really trying to be as quick about this as possible. Our good friend is waiting for us."
Hold up. Hang on a second. Why
Yeah.
would a culture bent on wealth? Wait, no, never mind. This is the
Different
town.
place.
Yeah, different place.
Different place. It's like, why are they handing out vouchers? That's the dumbest thing they could do.
Well, the alderman gave out vouchers,
right.
which was offering religious services at discount in
Oh, it's religious
town.
services only?
Mm.
That's what he said.
Oh. Okay.
You get the feeling from the reaction of this guy that's been healing y'all that this is not something that they're used to, though. So, I mean, it's not like the alderman had like a big reel of vouchers and he just like ripped one off like a fucking ticket at a fair and gave it to you. He hand wrote these, so this is like a sort of bespoke situation.
Yeah.
So while you're getting healed, we'll hop over to Yvette, who is
And how much
like
did I heal?
jogging through the streets towards the Celestial Finance branch that you teleported it through the first time.
I go in. Don't stop rushing.
As you run through the like garishly decorated front doors that you've come to recognize as Celestial Finance sort of staple, a number of assessors attempt to get your attention and like offer services from their like little booths in the lobby area. But I gather you run to the back desk where you usually handle transportation related transactions.
Is there a line? I cut the line.
There's one person in front of you.
Yeah, I cut in front of them.
And how much did Gabitha heal?
She's topped off as well.
Yeah.
The voucher will cover you for your full health bar once.
She grasps the hands. Oh, thank you.
Excuse me, sir. Jutting in line. Can't you wait your turn?
No, I just saved your life. Shut up. Go back. Wait a minute.
There's just like a look of confusion and surprise on this sort of posh-looking elven man's face. And then the assessor who was helping him just goes, like, mouths sorry, and then turns to you in your little business vest. Can I help you, sir?
I take off the seeker's pouch that I gave everyone for Christmas. And then I point
Frost me
at
fate,
it.
please.
Yeah, Frost me fate. And then I
Fantasy Christmas.
And then I point at it and I go, we just came here. We just saved the whole fucking city. I need a portal the quickest way you can possibly get one to Arrow's Edge. Is that the name of the city?
Yeah.
Yeah, to Arrow's Edge, the quickest.
Well, there's someone back there right now. They should be done shortly. We're moving something. But you did jut in front of this man who was going to send something elsewhere. Sir, would it be possible for him to get in front? Yes, fine. Sort of frustrated, he waves off and takes a step back to let you do your business. Yes, then you can go next.
I was absolutely ready to headbutt his crotch if I needed.
And yeah, he starts dealing with, the fee and collecting coin from you in order to pay for the transport. So that they'll get that going shortly, once the person who's already back there is done. But in the meantime, camera whips back across the town to see to catch up to Hyundai Elantra, who is running through the streets the opposite direction.
Blisters on my ankles from these stupid fucking shoes.
Yeah. Goofy shoes that were not made for walking, currently being used for running.
Left and then left, and then right and down a block.
Yep.
I assume there's some sort of sign that's like got like a weird bubbly flask on it or something such. Shouts apothecary at me.
Yeah, there's you whip around the corner and you see this sign instantly. There's it's actually just like a big, one of those swingy hanging signs. With the symbol, there's no words on it, but it's pretty obvious that this is the place.
I need healing potions.
Okay. You all right?
Kind of. Long story. You might honor this. And I like hand the voucher as I like hands on knees try to catch breath.
There's a halfling man that takes the voucher and begins reading over it. I see. Okay. Sure. Yeah. We can work with this. So what you needed health potions? What flavor?
Flavor? What?
Yeah, we offer a wide array of flavors here at Gorgons and Gremlins. There's Danish. He starts reading off a bunch of these like strange but not too strange flavors.
Whatever. The flavor doesn't matter. I would like to get what's the level up from what's the 350
Moderate is the
gold bar?
second tier.
Yes, I would like to get at least one moderate, 2 if I can, and then at least 2 or more if they have cure light wounds.
2 moderate and how many light? Sorry.
At least 2, but 4 if I can, depending on price.
Give me a moment while I check price. I forgot how much the moderates cost.
I think it's 350. I know it's a big jump.
Yeah, it is a big jump.
Thought there were 300.
I heard they're on sale for 10 gold, which is nuts.
Yeah, I think
Crazy pricing.
Yeah, it's
yesterday
it's
was Fantasy Thanksgiving, so today's Fantasy Black Friday.
Fantasy Black Friday, yeah.
Yeah, it's 300. So 2 300s and then 2 to 4 50s would put you at 800, 700 or 800.
Yes.
I think with this voucher we can do that order. And you said the flavor doesn't matter?
Nope. Whatever's available.
In that case, I think we can do this for 300 to cover the
Done.
lot. Extends a hand to sort of finalize the deal before they go and grab the inventory.
I can do that. Oh, and also, I'm in quite a rush, as you've seen. I'd appreciate it if you could expedite this as much as possible.
Okay. They hurry into the back, and they're only gone for maybe like a minute. They have a little like tote bag that says, like a woven tote bag that says Gorgons and Gremlins, I think the name of the place was.
I think that's
Yeah.
what you said.
and they load in. Give me a perception check to see if you can catch the flavor labels on these things as they're loading them quickly into the bag.
I would love to. Pretty good roll.
With a 12, you only catch one of the flavors, and it's because both of the moderate wounds potions were the same flavor, but green licorice. And then
Oh,
there's
Not a real thing.
4 mystery flavors for the. I mean, they have labels, but they're mystery to you until you read them. For the minors. And you no longer have a voucher.
And while they were in the back, I just left 10 gold on the counter, and I'm going to grab the tote bag and sprint towards the bank.
Okay. So you're sprinting back through the streets. Okay, I hate to do this to you, but I am going to need some sort of roll
I know.
to not bump into people with your bag of glass.
Oy.
Oh.
What would that be? Acrobatics, maybe? Or escape artist? Sleight of hand, I could be convinced about.
That's crazy. I have a +1 in all of those.
Yeah, I'm sure you're amazing at those. I mean, if you have an argument for something else, I'm here for it.
What if I cast Unseen Servant to just kind of buffer the crowd in front of me? I don't
Okay.
think I can move fast enough.
Eldritch is actually so smart that he traced the quickest way possible through the people with mathematics.
I'll say if you're willing to burn a first level spell, you can make your way through without issue.
You bet I am.
So just enough deflection from your unseen servant keeps you from bumping into anyone and spilling your delicious potions all over the floor.
I have the football, and the Unseen Servant is the larger than me man in front who gets tackled or blocks tackles. I watch sports.
Excellent analogy.
In rugby, that would be a penalty.
I was personally thinking of a deflector dish from Star Trek because that's the kind of nerd I am, so. So I think Elantra's not too far behind the group leaving the healing house. And I bet at this point they have moved you into the back room and begun the casting for your portal to get you to Arrow's Edge. So by the time people get to Celestial Finance, the door will be, the portal will be open, and they'll be able to just walk through.
Yeah, I will
Nice.
be like explaining that it's like me and 4 people and blah 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 blah. During the off time that the camera was not on me.
The man that you cut in front of is a little frustrated at the fact that you aren't even ready to go.
Ready? Yeah, I don't care. Fuck him.
So you get a little bit of stink eye, but he doesn't have it in him to confront you in any way, so you were left alone, and he is bumped to waiting for you to be done before he can send his whatever is in his little box wherever he wanted to send it.
$250, right?
225.
For the whole group, though, right? I mean,
Yeah, that's for the whole group.
I don't mind paying my way here. It's
Nah,
25 gold.
nah. Yeah, but it needs to be ready when you guys are here, so I'm already settling it.
All right.
You can divvy up recompense later.
We can
No.
figure it out later.
I mean, if he's paying
No.
for it now,
Or more
just
likely,
like-
yeah, people will
Yeah.
forget and it will just come out of Ivette's pocket.
Fine.
Well, I mean, I say I'm making my way now, fully healed, to the portal area.
Yeah. I think you all, not long before you reach the bank, Elantra catches up to you, and then you all are able to walk through the door together, where Ivette probably waves you down or something to get your attention
Yes.
and get you towards the back. What you find there is a pretty familiar sight at this point for most of you. There's just like a bunch of little altars, and there's altars like right up against a wall, and then there's like runes engraved on the wall. Some of them are permanent, and some of them are like etched in after the fact. And then in this like big oval in between all these runes on the wall is a like gray fog.
I'm going, go, 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 go. But also, before Sirius go in, I give one of my potions to him. Because I know he's out of them.
Okay, so I assume you all step through the portal one by one?
I mean, I'll dive
Absolutely.
through. I don't think I'll step through.
Okay. Well, so you notice
I
a
get
loud, low hum. The air becomes cool. The room behind you zips off into the distance, leaving you in a bright gray void. And you take one more step forward, and another room zooms into view in front of you. All happening very quickly. You end up back in the Arrow's Edge Celestial Finance branch in a similar looking room.
What's the state like? Are people panicking near the portal, or does it seem like business as usual right now?
It seems like business as usual back here.
Because it's kind of out of the city. They might not have any idea.
Yeah, Kaedwyll is like up on a hill a little bit out of the city.
Okay.
And this is in the back of a bank that's in the city, so.
Do Kaedwyll and Arrow's Edge has like a good relationship? Does like the Seekers in the city are like fine with each other?
Yeah, all your time you've spent here, you haven't noticed any sort of ill will either way. Probably even they're happy that you're there because adventurers have money.
And I'm assuming like the cities have like their town guards, right?
Most do.
Can I come out of the portal shouting about the situation and ask them to gather the town guards the most town guards they can at the surroundings of the Seeker's base?
So you want to find like a guard station or outpost or something and try and rally
I was
them?
thinking more like just like I will get out of the portal, start shouting that to anyone in the bank, and hope anyone in the bank goes talk to any of the guards.
Okay, so you
I'm not
come
like
you
taking a
come
detour.
bursting out of this portal in a back room of a bank, shouting. There's one employee back here with you, who probably is just gonna like eyes wide, not sure what to do with you screaming as you come through the portal. Certainly not a normal occurrence for them. Slow down, slow down.
No! And they just keep walking.
Okay, they let you walk out of the back room into the bank proper.
Places to be.
Yeah.
That's right.
I gave the information. He does with the information whatever he wants to do with the information. I'm not stopping to give more context.
Okay, well, as far as you can tell, it looks like this person is content to stay back here and let the deranged kobold go on about his screaming way.
I don't suppose a diving skeleton would be something strange to see.
I'm trying to remember back if this is the first time you would have used this branch even.
Wouldn't I have gotten there somehow?
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's true. This very adventure you've used it. It was earlier today, so it was probably this same dude who's working back here. It's only been a few hours, so certainly you are not an unusual sight for this guy today.
Cool.
After the energy with which Ivette came through, you diving through is probably not that big a deal. So you're all through, I assume, unless anyone else wants to do something specific on either side of the portal.
Nope.
I'm good.
Okay. Then you move out of the little back room through the rest of the bank and out into the streets of Arrow's Edge.
I suppose it's time to head to the Seekers.
It is.
I shout again on the streets.
I'd say it doesn't take too long before you're able to get to a spot where you can see unobstructed in the direction of Kaedwyll, and rather than what you, I guess, would have expected to see being the sort of festivities further up the hill, you see crowds further down the hill, not quite in the city proper yet. They're just sort of still on the outskirts. And the pavilions that were set up seem to be empty, or at least there's no crowds there. And there is black smoke rising up in a cloud above Kaedwyll.
Yeah, that doesn't seem good. I mean, I'm going to continue in that direction.
Yeah.
I think we gotta keep going that way.
You still shouting, I bet, or did you stop as soon as you left the bank?
I think I did once after I left the bank, just because the maybe get someone in the actual city. But I'm stealthy enough to know that I might not want to make a lot of noise when I'm getting close to it.
Okay. As soon as you left the bank, there was a group of 3 people pretty close. You shouted to them. One of them seems to have they had acknowledgement in their eyes, and they turned and went somewhere.
Nice. As we get closer to the Seeker's base, they're gonna start doing some stealth shit, less of a rushing thing, more of a scouting thing.
Yeah, good idea. Guess I'll start to slink as well.
I can try and stealth from behind everyone if we're trying to be sneaky, but I will stay back somewhat.
Is this in the middle of a forest? Can I get into like a forest?
No, the Arrowin Forest is it's like, I mean, it's kind of right next to Kaedwyll and the city, but Kaedwyll is very much not in the forest. It's
Okay.
So they're close, but not that close.
So what if I do start sneaking, where can I hide? Third hide bind as I progress here.
Unfortunately there's not a lot. There'd be like bushes here and there, a tree every once in a while, but it's pretty open going up this hill.
Okay.
A lot of it like stealthing in this scenario would be managing your sound.
Okay.
And like keeping low to use the like cover of the hill or someone on the other side of it or further up it. I guess over the crest. So I guess it sounds then like Yvette and Krakus are moving on ahead of the rest of the group.
Suppose it would
Yes,
appear
I
that
think
way.
so.
Okay, then I guess let's get stealth checks from you two then.
Certainly.
Okay.
Okay. Two of you move on up ahead. At this point, you reached where the Fried Fowl Fest was happening. You move through. There's like wooden, like park bench type things that they've pulled out here. Tents. There's, there's like big vats of oil that they were frying things in. So there's still food laid out in places. It doesn't look like there was. I mean, there's definitely like some large amount of movement through here, but it doesn't look like there was like a fight here. Things aren't like flipped over and like smashed and stuff, but there's definitely signs of disturbance.
Do we see any people?
No, it is empty.
Okay.
Moving up a little bit further, once you sort of like get out of this area where the festival was, you start to get a view of Kaedwyll. And the rest of the group, I guess, is starting to come up on the other side of the festival sort of pavilion area at this point. Let me go to that scene and zoom out.
Sorry, is it just them approaching the pavilion area, or is it the whole group?
They're on the other side of the pavilion area. They moved through it already. The rest of the group, being Gabitha, Sirius, and Elantra, are on the, have yet to move through the pavilion area, but are coming up on it.
Okay, Sirius just keeps walking for it. It's not really trying to hide.
Gabitha, I think you probably are able to like it. I mean, this is a fried meat festival for all intents and purposes, and they go kind of wild with spices here and some like exotic birds. So you're sort of inundated with a bunch of these smells, a lot of them that are not common in food. There's a lot of like gourmet sort of stuff being used here that you can pick out of the air, because this food is still all over the place.
Oh.
Some like dwarven spices you don't get very often. There's some stuff that's mostly in elven cooking that isn't super popular in this part of the world, but fries up real good.
Well, now Gabitha's hungry. Sounds pretty good. I don't think I'm trying to sneak either. I think I'm kind of back with serious. Just yeah. But I do have
Okay.
like a little notebook that I'm like, okay, maybe try this spice with, kind of making some notes for some hand pies later on.
Is the Seeker's base on site already?
Get me a pair of perception checks.
A bear?
Well, yeah, one from Crocus and one from my vet.
Oh, okay.
I am so bad at this. Realize how high I had to roll to get that 13?
Oh, I didn't realize you were in that rough of a situation for perception.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh,
not
that is
great.
rough.
Okay. Yvette, you see two things. First, you see tracks of horse hooves. Second, you see fire up ahead.
Those could be centaur tracks.
Oh.
In fact, you see a couple of fires.
Ah,
They don't look too big from here. You're just sort of like seeing, really, I guess you're seeing like the smoke plumes from them, and like the light coming off of them. But as you start to get a little bit closer, you can see the fires proper. The rest of the group now moving through the pavilion area, not too far behind, and I'll bring everyone over.
Map?
Map.
Map?
ah.
Probably want to zoom out.
Oh man.
Big mappies.
We have a map of Kaedwyll now,
Sweet.
although it's on fire a bit.
Is this part of Kaedwyll or Kaedwyll?
This is pretty much the whole thing. I mean, I guess you could zoom out a bit more and see all of these buildings, and some stuff is cut off and stuff, but this is pretty much it.
Okay.
So this is the stable over here on the right. This is the depository over here on the left, and this is the main guild house where most stuff is done. The library is also in here. The workshop is back here.
Is this the thing where Mapoko was?
Oh yeah, and this is the cage where Yard and Mopotive were held. Or Yard was held, Mopotive, I guess, is held.
Oh, okay.
Can I see it from here if there's something inside?
You can't see from where you are yet. As you get closer, it is a bit chaotic here. There is, above the sort of black smoke, you can now see that it is not clouds, or at least not natural clouds, but there is a sort of gray smoke cloud that seems to have been rising up, or seems to have risen up, rather.
Does it seem like dank? Like cool smoke?
No.
Oh no.
There is there's scorch marks in some places. There is blood splatter in some places. There's a lot of signs of chaos about. There's some discarded weapons. You can see If you glance over to the stables, you can see that they are some of the like gates are broken and the horses are gone.
Oh, Edward.
My God, I forgot you named one.
I named two.
That's some episode 1 shit.
Yeah.
Moreover, as the rest of you come up on this site, you're all here now. There are a number of people on the ground.
Like dead on the ground?
It's
Wait, are
hard
they-
to say
Yeah.
from here.
Can
Can
we
I
try to look?
can I take a quick
Absolutely.
opportunity to cast a shield spell?
On yourself?
Yes.
You sure can.
Let me double check. A minute per level. I'll hold off for a second.
Yeah, I'm holding
Okay.
mine still until like combat starts too.
Oh, I'm gonna try to get closer to these dead bodies. Or
All right, who's
bodies on the
going
ground.
where?
Gabitha wants to see the bodies.
I guess let me mark
Yeah, where are we
who's
coming
on
from?
the ground and who's
Right.
up and like moving real quick. I guess we'll use that symbol for on the ground for
Also,
now.
where are we? I don't see.
You're not on here.
Oh,
I don't
Little
recognize
symbols
it.
on the ground. You said means they're laying down. Okay.
Yeah, their specific status is unknown to you at this time.
Oh my god, the furry's down!
Are we gonna let the Kitsune guide us now?
The Kasune guide you.
We lost Kitsune Rush, oh no.
Okay. Yeah, you see 5 people on the ground. A number of familiar faces are up and sort of moving around, trying to figure out what needs tending to first. Over here on the left, Ashera Vem, who runs the depository, is trying to put out a small fire. It is like right on the corner of the building. It's not like doing any real damage yet, but it, if it spreads, it might fuck up where the Seekers store literally everything. Everything save their books, really. Way here in the back is Prolik Rod, who is the librarian, basically. You probably wouldn't know him unless you go to the library a bunch.
why are all these people outside?
Probably on
Um,
account of the fire.
They're
But like,
fighting!
no
And
buildings are on fire though. Almost, but not really.
and Ian Snakewood here, who looks a little beaten and battered, is also you see him sort of popping in and out of a building, trying to put out this fire. Prolik moves forward and starts to like look over this downed person over here. This is Yard Trunk Block over here. Y'all would recognize him.
Such a good name.
Yvette, give me a perception check.
Wait, I'm panicking because I see this person here, and I'm worried.
Okay, you don't see Q anywhere.
It's this person.
It doesn't look like Q.
Okay. That's worse.
So Gabitha, you said you mentioned something about wanting to assess the status of people.
Yeah, Gabitha was interested in probably getting closer to the body nearest her and seeing, like, are they dead? Are they injured? What happened to them?
All right, let me just drag y'all out here so you can
Thank you.
use your tokens to tell me where you're going. Oh my god.
Gabitha's going here.
Sorry, give me a moment. I had to zoom in a bunch to get these tokens resized correctly, so I didn't see what you just pinged. Okay. You move up to a downed kitsune. You probably have never seen them before. They're wearing like a red tunic and have there's like a knife on the ground next to one of their hands. Give me a heal check if you're trying to like check their status. That's tragic.
Gabitha says, they're dead, gives him a kick and walks back. All
Okay.
right. Checks her pocket just in case there's any gold, but
Do I see any sources of water around? Or sand or something to extinguish flames?
Any of that unfire sauce?
There is. It's like pretty sandy over in the up here to the top of the map, which is just like a little like scorched up sort of training dummy range.
training range.
There's sand there. There's also a well back here behind the manor house.
Okay.
I mean, there's grass sort of all around you, but so there's dirt under that, I guess, if you want to do some digging.
Check my pack real quick.
But yeah, currently this fire that Ashera is tending to is the only one that seems to be imminently threatening a building.
Are we moving like kind of a initiative order, or
No. If you want to
just
go
really
do a
winning?
thing, just move yourself and tell me what you're doing.
Oh, I wanted to do that, but Elantra's doing it. It's fine. I guess I'm gonna move to.
You can come with me.
Sure, I'm going to Elantra.
I'll travel to the well, see if there's a bucket over there, because I don't have one.
I'm gonna travel over here, and then I want to try and cast Ray of Frost on this fire.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That is
Because
smart.
Ray of Frost is a ray of freezing air and ice, so I'm hoping it might melt into some water.
Okay.
I kind of did that once with Malmec.
Give me an Arcana check as you cast this spell. Excellent. So you're able to cast this in such a way because you anticipate that the ice will melt into water. So you cast it in such a way that it basically makes rain over this fire.
Ooh,
and
okay.
It seems to greatly decelerate the flames. They start going down quite a lot. And it is smaller now.
I'm gonna just keep casting that until it's out because it's a cantrip.
Crack,
Nice.
as you head over to the well, there is indeed a bucket there.
all right.
There's two actually. There's one that's like attached to the rope, you know, that you can like winch up and down, and there's one a standalone one that sits next to it.
Well, I'll use the winch one, and first I'll look into the well to see if there's any water there.
Oh yeah, y'all use this
Okay.
all the time. There's plenty of water in there.
I'll winch down the bucket and fetch up some water.
Okay, easily enough done. You got yourself a bucket of water, and you can begin to make your way back.
Okay, I'm going to
Elantra,
grab the other bucket
yes.
and head over to get some dirt from the sandy place, or get some sand from the sandy place.
Okay, the other bucket is tied to the like winch thing. Are you gonna untie it or cut it off or something?
Yeah, I'll just cut it off. Yeah.
Okay. So you do that. You got a bucket of water in one hand, heading over to gather up some sand with the other. I'll just throw you over there. Elantra and Yvette, you run over to Iron Snakewood. Why? For what? What are you doing?
We came as soon as we had something was wrong. Where can we be useful?
I'm sorry, 2 seconds.
Ian, are you okay? Oh, no, he's had a stroke.
Sorry about that. Leonard was picking at something.
What's he doing?
What the fuck does Iron sound like?
I think he's one of your gruff elves.
I don't know. He's a vaguely Mississippi man.
He's Cockney. Please.
Yeah. It's a bit Tuesday, isn't it?
They came very quickly. They were smoking a bunch of these little fires. I didn't really see what they were here for until it was too late. He motions over to the cage, which you can see is empty.
They need the fucking guy to teleport shit. I think my theory is right.
I haven't had a chance to assess the casualties. If you want to help me figure out who needs care, sort of prioritize things, that'd be great.
Sure.
Where's Q?
He motions over to this person who does not look like Q at all. What you see is a beefed the fuck up sort of like crow man.
Yeah, he's like a mutation alchemist thing.
Wait, Crowman? Hold up. What's his name?
He's a Tengu.
Right, is it the one that I, took under my wing?
No.
Oh,
Ironic.
No, that was
This is-
mid-adventure, yeah.
This is Q Kachik, who is the chief alchemist for the Seekers.
Ironic you!
So you run over, and once you get close, you recognize the clothing, which has been torn up.
His whole coat!
Yeah, and basically he like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde did this situation. He's so yoked up. He's almost unrecognizable from the sort of little bookish Tengu that you know.
I didn't know he was a mutation warrior. That's cool.
He is a rage chemist alchemist.
That is so cool.
I think because it's dramatic, as soon as you run over to him, he begins to revert to his normal form.
Is he... So he's alive?
It is unclear. He is not moving. A quick glance, you do see some injuries, but in order to get a better picture of his health, I'm going to need a heal check from you.
I try to put one of my arms behind his head and try to tilt him up a little bit, and with the other hand try to get one of my potions and pour it on him.
Okay, you can tell that he is alive, but he does appear to be unconscious. He's not responding to you touching him or talking or anything like that. You want to dump a potion down his throat?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and mark that off. Roll me the healing for that.
Can I get this bucket of sand?
You sure can. Bucket of sand acquired.
Fantastic. I will head over to one of the bigger fires, the one that's not a problem anymore since Sirius has the other one under control.
Okay.
So probably the one that's nearest to, this one here.
Okay.
And let's see what to do first. I'll probably douse it with one bucket and then try to snuff it out with the sand.
Yeah, that would make most sense to me. I would be worried the water would wash the sand away or something like that if you did the other direction. So, okay. So Krakus begins doing that. Sirius, you're quite confident that one more ray of frost with your current strategy should make this fire a non-issue.
Okay, I'm gonna do it again, and as soon as it's gone, I'm gonna move over to the other fire.
Okay. So you douse that one. Ashera thanks you profusely and begins looking around, trying to take stock of the rest of the situation. Gabitha, what are you doing? You've declared one man dead with a very quick look.
I did a great job. Gabitha, I was going to move towards this building. Gabitha wants to like peek into. She wants to see if any of the buildings are open, and she wants to peek into whichever one looks open, if any of them are. So it could be the one that was behind her down at the bottom right, or it could be one on the bottom left, which was where I was thinking initially.
So the stables on the right are, I mean, I guess by definition, they're like an open air sort of building. They're not fully closed off anyways, but there were like broken gates and stuff. It was in an extreme state of openness, I guess. This building that Sirius just helped put the fire out on is the depository. So it's got like a little storefronty thing, and also it's got like a warehouse in the back, basically. I mean, the doors aren't actively open, but you could probably get in there. It's not usually locked in the middle of the day.
Gabitha's gonna just walk up. She's walking up to the warehouse and kind of like peeking inside, seeing if there's anyone else inside who might be dead, like the other person, or injured.
Okay. So you poke your head into the depository. And I mean, basically what you see is like a big sort of warehouse. There's lots of like industrial sort of shelving. There's some sort of strange looking boxes off in the back that are like magically refrigerated, basically. So give me a perception check actually to see how quickly you can like run through this. Okay, you're able to sort of strategically glance down all the aisles and get a pretty quick, good picture of the status of this building, and it looks to be empty, at least of people. It also doesn't look like it's been greatly disturbed, like there hasn't been any fighting inside. Nothing's like knocked over or anything like that.
Okay. Gabitha probably is going to exit then, and since it doesn't seem like there's anything in there that's of particular interest.
Okay. Elantra, you come over to a Yard, who is on the ground. What's the plan?
Is he alive?
Give me a heal check. Yes.
Great, I'm gonna move on.
Okay.
I guess alive doesn't necessarily mean stabilized.
That's true.
Just gonna
Yeah, you don't recognize this person.
check anyway.
Okay.
Heal. Not as good. That's okay.
Dead.
Dead.
would you say, like, if we rolled a 1 on a heal check, would you tell us if we didn't know or if we knew they were dead? Or if we think they're dead?
Cross that bridge when I come to it, I guess. Depend on the
Okay.
situation.
Cool.
I'll say the DC, if you're worried about these particular situations, the DC for finding a pulse is like 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I figured.
So it's like very easy to make a quick determination if someone still has their heart pumping or not.
Okay.
Do I trust Gabitha's earlier assessment?
You shouldn't. I'm just gonna
I mean,
say that.
For it. Just roll for it.
that's up to you. I mean, if you want to make an insight check, or sorry, a sense motive check, you can.
I'd love to make an insight check. Sure. Great. My insight or my sense motive is higher
Jeez.
than her heal check, so I'm gonna just go check.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, at this point you've succeeded at, oh my god, at 2 of these heal checks in a row, so I'll give you this one to you for free. Dead.
Dead.
She's like, I knew it. I knew it. You gotta trust the old lady instincts. He was
Can we-
dead.
Can we mark the people that are dead for sure?
I'm gonna
There you go.
start with a question. Did I end up buying 2 potions or 4 potions at that place?
6 total.
Sorry.
2 moderates, 4 minors.
Great. I'm going to pour one down Yard's throat.
Okay, mark that off. Give me a roll for it. While you're doing that, I bet you dumped a potion down Q's throat, and he is still unconscious.
Wait, what? Do I need to stabilize someone first before I try to heal them?
Shrug emoji. You don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how.
Healing potions usually do the trick.
Oh, God. But he's alive, right?
Yeah, as
Like,
far
I
as you can
found
tell,
a
he's
pool.
alive. He's just, eyes are still shut. He's not moving. I guess after you administer the potion, you do see some of the wounds close up. But you're not, like, trained in this, in, like, field medicine. It's hard for you to make any further assessment as to why he might be unconscious or, like, which of these injuries might have put him there or if there's something else going on. You simply do not know.
What to do?
Krakus, you're making progress on this fire.
Fantastic. I guess I'll go get more water and sand.
Is there any indicator of how these fires started? Do they just look like fires, or is there like a pile of like fire lighters? Or I don't know.
Give me a perception check. Or perhaps a survival check.
I've had the shittiest rolls today. Okay. Anyways.
You spent them all in the first episode of the double nat 20s.
I know. Yeah, everything looks great. Fire is just fire, Gabitha's like, maybe I started it.
Yeah, I think there's too much going on for you to really get a good idea of how these started. There's too much like stuff on the ground, there's like blood and discard weapons and everything's
happened
been
was
disturbed in the area, so it's hard to tell.
I sat down to look at like where a fire started, and I just took a nap instead.
dozing off in the middle of this chaos. Krakus, you're going for another round of water and sand. Easily enough done. I think by the time you come back with all that, and administer it, this fire is not a problem anymore. It's still going, like, very slightly.
Okay.
But it'll go out on its own.
How about the other one? Did I use all my stuff? Do I have to go get more things?
Yeah, you'd have to go get some more to deal with this fire. Although it is going out on its own, it looks like.
Interesting. All right. Oh, it moved too. That's scary.
Sorry, it is an imprecise science.
Shoot it!
Sentient fire.
It's just I've got weirdly stretched fire icons.
That's all right. I'll get a final round of sand and water, and I'll move on.
Sirius, what are you up to?
Just ray of frosting fire.
Okay.
I mean, unless this last big fire, is it still burning? Like,
Yeah, it is still burning. It's on, like, I guess greener grass, so it's
Sure.
having a little bit more trouble staying lit.
oh, and Krakus was actually dealing with it too, wasn't he?
Krakus was working on this one initially. He's about to go work on this one.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go
So
inside
with the
this
two
other
of you
building
combined,
then.
you could get it done really quickly, or you could go do something else while Krakus works on it.
I'm gonna try and go inside this building.
Okay.
I don't know where the door is.
There's a couple doors. You're used to this place. You know where they are. So you are able to go in.
Excellent. I'm inside.
Yeah, this is the main manor house where you spend most of your time here.
I'm just gonna look and see if anything's disturbed, it looks taken, things that I would know, just if something looked ransacked, thievery of what.
Give me a perception check just for how long it takes you. Oh, you're zipping through here.
Flying.
Like a Scooby-Doo chase scene.
As you make your way through, you pretty quickly see that nothing looks disturbed, and you sort of hit all the main entrances and places where there are windows to the outside that someone might have come through, and nothing looks like it was broken open. Nothing looks like it was stolen or anything like that.
Well, that's not what I expected. Sirius mutters as he runs through.
As you complete your search and I assume head back outside,
He heads outside afterwards.
you hear a voice in your head. Disgusting residue of entropy. Something with great devotion to the force of chaos was here, don't you feel it?
I do feel it, yes. Wait, actually.
I long to face such a foe on the battlefield.
Okay, yeah, I feel it. Oh, yeah, I can feel it. Well, I think we'll get our chance to face them on the battlefield soon.
So you
Keep an
come
eye
out
out.
on the opposite side of the building, I'll say, near Prolik
Yeah.
and this downed person who
Yep.
Prolik is probably dragging closer to the building and tending to.
I will probably. Sirius will talk to him. I'm assuming it's not my turn anymore, but I'm planning on talking to him and helping him out.
Okay. Yvette, you have a plan of action, or what are you doing?
Did anything change? Is the Q still out?
And yeah, he still appears to be out.
But I know he's alive.
Yeah. And he's back to his normal form. albeit his clothes are a bit ripped and cut up and a little worse for wear.
I'm gonna like get my backpack and kind of like mooch my backpack a little bit and then put it under his head like a pillow.
Okay.
And then I just gonna walk towards this and just ask if they have any idea what happened, because maybe they were outside, because Ion was not outside, so maybe they saw something that Ion didn't.
Okay. As you walk up to Ashera, yes, I didn't see them coming at first, but it was bursts of smoke everywhere, and then fires, maybe 6 or 7 of them, it was hard to say, and then fighting broke out. I'm not even sure how many of them there were. They dodged in and out of the smoke.
Did you know the direction that they ran?
They took the horses from the stable and headed off down towards the forest.
Yeah, we're not
Bastards.
getting them. Yeah, we're not getting them.
Are they just fucking with us then?
No, they got Mapogo and bounced. The dude,
Yeah,
you cut the hand off?
the cage that Mapotiv had been held in is empty.
Motive. Oh.
Yeah, Mapoco.
Lock
Every time
is
we say they say
broken.
different.
Motive cocktail.
Oh, guys, I will go inside this place that we put shit, and I go like look specifically for the orbs.
Okay. You know where they're held. You head back to, it's like a little back section. It's a little bit more protected than the rest. It's where a lot of the like less known about magic shit is, or like unstable shit. And you see the full complement of the little stone orbs that y'all have, or that y'all have collected so far. They seem to all still be there.
Huh.
Well,
The hell is Mapotive so important for?
Happened.
Is Yard waking up?
Okay, so you administered a health potion to Yard. You see some wounds beginning to close, and you see his like eyes darting around, but he's not like home yet, you know?
Does this seem like an arcane effect?
Give me a Arcana check for it.
Or maybe a religious effect? Or planar effect?
Well, it's not a plain one.
Goodness, none of those are good.
Yeah, those are truly tragic rolls for me. Some Gabatha rolls, you know?
Damn.
Ouch.
Gabatha just.
You haven't rolled above a 10 this session. I went back and checked.
I do recall. Yes. Yes. I'm just waiting for my moment of glory, y'all. All right. All right.
Catching strays.
It's extraordinary bad luck.
My nat 20s are coming. I can feel them. I'm just warming up my bones.
Alondra, I will give you a perception check here
One thing I
to
didn't roll.
sort of claw back from your other failures. Okay. You look Yard over, and nothing's coming to mind as to like what this could be, but you do see one of his wounds. There are like there's like a little puncture almost. It's maybe the size of a finger. And there is some sort of like magic residue around that injury. It's like on the shoulder blade or something, like back of the shoulder.
What school of magic am I getting off it? With my special eyes.
Necromancy.
Of course, of course.
I don't like necromancy.
Let me just say, necromancy is a broad field of study. It's not all undead stuff.
It usually means thralls, though. I don't like that.
Not always.
Usually. I didn't say always. I said usually.
Not just undead. It's sometimes it's a living.
Is this fire out
Undead
yet?
are the same.
Yeah, the fires are
Okay.
are gone.
All right, good. I toss the buckets aside and resume my business.
So with the fires put out, leaving behind just scorch marks on the ground, which match a couple of other scorch marks that are also here, not pictured. Yeah, see, 2 people have been identified as dead. 2 people are unconscious. Actually, 3 people are unconscious still. Ah, yes, thank you for the scorch marks.
Yeah, here's a couple more that you can move around as you see.
Put that one
Can
down
I
there.
help revive this guy in the upper by the building?
Oh, let me check.
Or is he dead?
He is not dead. Prolik will tell you as much. He is unconscious. Let's see. How much does Prolik know? Not a lot.
Okay. I was gonna quiz him, but I guess I won't.
He will let you know. I don't know what kind, but it appears to be poison.
I think I would let Ian know who I found alive versus dead. And relay that there's some sort of necromantic effect that's keeping Yard and I suspect others from coming back to consciousness, but they are alive. For now.
That is somber news, but thank you for doing that.
Of course.
We did get one of them, though, and he motions over to this person.
Oh, damn it, they're dead.
One of the deads is not yours.
Are they human?
Yes.
Harvest parts!
Woo! Found a bad guy!
When the moon's full, shake your jangly bones.
Found a buffet!
Okay. Yeah, you could go over there and start picking them up. It's going to take a while since the
it's
bones are still
fine.
in skin and stuff. And then once you get them out, you'll have to clean them and stuff. But
In the business, we call those wet bones, Dolph.
Do we? Okay. One thing you will notice as you, because you gotta, it's an involved process to
Mm-hmm.
harvest the bones from a person. You get a good rundown of all of the gear that they have. Which is not a ton, but you do find, let me see, do you? You do find a single alchemist's fire, just like a little firebomb. You find a Kama weapon, Kama.
Oh.
Just like normal clothes, and then the cloak that they're wearing has a little symbol on it. It's got a symbol of like some fire, and there's a snake wrapped around the fire.
Hmm.
The ninja from the Hidden Leaf Village.
Okay.
So that's what you find on their person as you begin to, I guess, make some strategic incisions and remove some bones.
I mean, they're dead. I don't have to be very clean about it.
Well, you do have to be careful to not break any of the bones.
Fair.
Wait,
Yeah.
do you have to be careful if they're alive? Can you just cut people's off bones when they're alive?
Well, it depends if I need them.
Is there a troll?
True,
Yeah, I mean,
you
I
can-
bet your morals are gray anyway, so...
Yeah, that is.
Although,
true.
no, that was Malmac that wanted to do that. Never mind.
Yeah, but then he gave up when he prayed on it. Ivet didn't.
What are you doing in the cage over there, I bet?
Checking the cage.
The lock is broken. The door was forced open a bit. So one of the hinges is like broken off in addition. It looks like maybe they tried to get through it without breaking the lock and failed, and then had to go and break the lock anyways, but...
No, like sassy message, like a little note with like a winky face and
No,
your
Mahotep's still
turn.
secretly in there, but invisible.
Oh my god, could you imagine if he was just like squished up in a corner, invisible or something? That would be incredible.
That would be incredible.
But I'll say you feel around and you don't bump into anyone that might be invisible in here.
Just kicking and pushing the air.
There's nothing like carved into the wood or anything like that.
Dude was not even counting his days like in prison. What the
He was
fuck?
like missing a hand.
A hand. Yeah, that's true. I
Did I
forgot about
keep
that.
that hand, or
Yeah, he couldn't count on his fingers after the fifth
I believe
day,
you did
so.
keep that hand.
Yeah, we saved the hand in case we need it for like court or something. I remember. It was
I
something
don't.
like that.
I still don't know what you thought you were going to do with it, but
I don't
as
know,
far as I
we-
know, you have it.
Yeah,
And
we're
you have it
saving it.
preserved, I assume, because the Seekers
Yep.
are well equipped to preserve parts.
oh,
It's
maybe as
not
an
on
example
you.
of what the hand tattoo was?
Yeah, there's something like that.
I would have to check if you got his left hand or his right hand. I don't remember.
I thought I purposely got the one with this tattoo on it.
Okay, then you
yeah,
have the left
I
hand.
remember that. Yeah, the left hand, because
Oh,
it's
that makes
it's-
sense.
Yeah, they're the
Yeah,
left
it's-
hand of the serpent, so there's a
Right.
serpent on their left hand.
It's
that's
poetic.
The name.
It's poetic. We took off the left hand of the guy from the left hand. It's
Mhm.
way more cooler.
It's like in the movie when they say the name of the movie, you know? Like in Star Wars where Luke was like, "We have to stop the Star Wars."
What?
He says that in every single movie. Actually.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He also looked at the camera every time.
I was worried they weren't going to do it in the prequels, but then they had Anakin do it, and like you realize like it's just like a Skywalker gene as you say that, you know?
True.
Y'all ever played D&D before?
So, Gabitha took a wee nap on the lawn. if at any point she wakes up, does she have a plan?
She
for
is
some steps
awake.
forward?
Yeah, I mean, like Gabitha is ready to find some action. All right, she found a dead person. She watched you all put out the fires, which seemed not super fun, so she didn't do that. Where's the direction of the forest that these people all ran off into?
It would be like that way.
Hmm.
Is this where we came from?
Yeah. I guess it's more like that way, maybe, and you guys came from this way. Something like that.
Yeah, they came from the forest and we came from the city. So
Yeah, they're all like a little triangle, like kind of right next to each other.
they also got their horses. I don't think we're catching up to them.
Okay, so Gabitha feels like we need to start figuring out our next steps. So she's gonna say, okay, come on, let's all get together. And she's gonna try to start to gather up people. She is gonna take just like a minute to feed her sourdough starter because she realized she hasn't done that in a few days. And you can't let your sourdough, be hungry.
You just have it like in a jar on your person at all times.
For the record,
Yeah.
super hard to kill a sourdough starter. They can
And
take a
so-
lot.
For the record, I have killed my sourdough starter.
You probably could have brought it back. I'm telling you, they're shockingly resilient.
So yeah, I want Gabitha, like, how like I think it's Miss Frizzle, like has like a giant bag that like things always come out of. That's how Gabitha's apron little pockets are.
Okay,
Like, she
but
just has
for
things
baking
in there.
adjacent items only.
Yes, exactly. So Gabitha's feeding the starter. She feels like she's looking around. She is looking like, I feel like everyone else is kind of scoured. Are there any other clues that would be helpful? Like,
Yeah, you can give me a perception check. You can give me a survival check. You can, if you have something specific you want to do, there might be some other checks that you can do instead.
I feel like Gabitha's literally just trying to suss out things, so I do feel like perception makes sense.
You could also, if you just want to like try and intuit, or like Sherlock Holmes the situation a little bit, I would take just like a flat intelligence. If you're any good at that.
I think I'm better. I'm actually really good at perception, which is, again, why I've been so bad.
Okay.
It's above 10. Let's go.
So with 20, I think you get eyes on the horse tracks that are heading out of the stable and towards the woods, although they sort of fade as you get closer to the woods. It looks like there were sort of a tight group coming out of the stable, and then they fanned out a little bit, so the track just becomes harder to see. There's a bit of blood that is following that path, but it's very spaced out because of the pace at which they were apparently going. Which I guess is part of what you get from this, is that they were going fast on the horses. They weren't trotting, leisurely. I think you can put together that the scorch marks that were so lovingly drawn on here,
anytime,
do all look like they were sort of fire started in the same fashion. They're all very similar in how they burned. They don't look like any of them burned for all that long. Let's see, what else can you see? The cloud that is above you, there's like a gray bit, and then below that there's like a blacker smoke bit. I think a 20 will let you know that gray bit is some non-fire created smoke. That happened before the fires were started.
She goes from knowing nothing to getting like That's So Raven style visions. Okay, that's good. You really You were really kind to me there.
Well, some of this other people had seen bits of already, so I'm sort of
It's like
piecing a bunch of
everyone
things
has been-
together for you. But
Everyone else has been speaking, and Gabitha's like just now deciding to like care. She's like, oh, okay, and she's like, oh, my horse. Like literally, that is why Gabitha sees the horse tracks, and she's looking at them because she's like, oh, I really, I mean, none of this. I don't even know why I go with this group. They don't even offer me a ride on, on their shoulders. So Gabitha's like, I'm gonna get my horse back. But I think Gabitha's gonna just start to walk back towards the edge of the forest again.
Yep. I think I'm in the same boat there.
okay. So as the two of you walk back, I mean, you see, as I said, the track becomes harder to make out as you sort of get closer to the forest. There is a path that runs through, or like a road that runs through the forest, that some of this group, I don't remember who, actually it might have only been a launcher that was on that particular one. Yeah, so maybe none of you have taken this path through the woods before, but or neither of you two have taken this path through the woods before, but it does run all the way through the woods, but it's hard to say even if the actually, give me a survival check. You might be able to tell if they like reconverge the horses back onto the path. You could probably tell. So let's see. Okay, plus half level to follow tracks. So that's a 24 for Krakus, nat 20, no less. You can confirm that they that it looks like only one of the horses went down the path. There are a couple of spots not that far on either side of the path where it looks like some like underbrush was disturbed by like a large creature running through. But it does become incredibly difficult to track after that.
Nah, I don't think this is something we can follow reliably anyway.
There is unfortunately a lot of stuff on the ground of this particular forest.
I guess they're just gone.
Yep.
Too late. Their trap worked.
It did.
On the in the belongings of the guy that Krakus was unfleshing.
Yep.
Is there anything that like gives away a location or hometown or home base? Regional dress,
Postal code,
weapon registration, driver's license,
Tax return, gas points card.
or others.
A number
state-issued
of
ID.
rent statements, like last 3 months rent bills.
Yeah, auto warranty expiring.
I think what you can tell is that clothing wise, this is not a casual dress, which makes it difficult to use that to pinpoint any particular region. This, especially the like bracers that match the boots and this like cloak with a specific symbol bearing a snake on it, it feels more uniformy.
Yeah.
Let's see. And apart from that, I think what would stand out is the like lack of stuff. It seems like he had equipment only, basically.
Cool.
So, to contrast this, I guess, with some other people that you have tangled with in the past, like the folk that you fought at the mine, for instance, most recently. They were much more haphazard, and they were a lot more like bring your own bandit costume from home sort of situation than what you're seeing on this person.
Right. This guy was from corporate. Those guys were just from like a regular franchise branch.
Hand tattoo?
No.
Huh. Perhaps a merc?
Or you have to reach a
Perhaps.
certain point before you get the hand tattoo. Did Yard have one?
Yard does not have one.
Yeah.
But you have seen Callum and Mopotiv have them.
Mopotiv had.
Had.
right.
True. He no longer is in possession of it. His hand still has it, though.
Yoink, ours now.
Can we check to make sure his hand is actually still here?
Yeah.
That's a good point.
God.
Might glean some weird info about what these tattoos actually mean. If it's gone, which I hope it isn't.
His hand is still there.
Okay, cool.
And I think at this point, Yvette, Q wakes up. Groggy at first, but his eyes slowly open. Oh, it's so bright. Oh, my head hurts. Oh.
Hi, boss.
Ivan, is that you?
Yep.
Did we win?
In
I don't really remember much. I tend not to remember much when I get big, I guess.
No.
Lol.
I'm
Bricked up.
first. I'm sad I was not here to watch a fight. Second, I'm sorry that we didn't got here fast enough. Third, I don't know. They got one of our people and we got one of their people, but they also got the guy we had as prisoner off. So I think we might have lost.
It was all really sudden. I was inside, working on something. Snuck a little bit of fried goose, so I was munching on that. And then Ian came in and was all panicky, telling me to come outside, and there was a fight breaking out, and so I grabbed my stuff and threw it back, and I don't really remember that much after that.
They had it planned. We fall for the trap. So good.
I suppose it was sort of right after y'all left. They that coordinated to like a two-pronged thing?
Yeah, apparently they are. We had no idea how many of them are there. At this point, we might actually had some luck and that didn't came here with all of their forces.
He, I guess he was sort of like slanted up, I guess, on your backpack. So he'll get up to a full sitting position at this point and look around and then begin to stand.
Don't force yourself. Just
Oh no, I feel great actually.
you sure?
He looks around on himself.
Yeah, looks like they barely got me actually. At least nothing deep.
You were fully just like unconscious.
Oh yeah, that happens sometimes. When I do that, it's part of the reason why I don't really do it that much anymore. You know, it's a bit of a liability if you're like out in the middle of a big contract and suddenly, bam, unconscious. You know, it's a problem for the rest of the team. Better I just stay back in the lab, you know?
I get that.
Based on the bruising on my right fist, though, I think I got a couple of them pretty good.
Yeah, you for sure. At least one of them is down. It's that cut in million pieces person. Crackers just got all of the bones.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah,
but
yeah, it is kind of disgusting. Yeah.
Unfortunate that none of them were captured alive. I guess I would like to. Well, I guess mostly unfortunate that they succeeded in getting Mapoto.
Yeah, I think I have a theory. It's very out of left field, but I think it makes sense with the amount of information we have right now. And I don't think we got any new information from this because they just got here and bounced.
Well, one thing we know is that he's important to their plans, or they wouldn't have gone to these lengths.
Very important, apparently.
Yeah, we should have just killed it.
I would have.
Well, there's I'm not on that brushed up on it, but I know there was some legal situation about killing him. What with the Order of Mages and all of that, it would have been a problem. I guess it's still left to say which problem would have been worse, but
I'm
I
glad
still
you're
think-
alive, boss.
I still think getting rid of his left hand was a win.
It's a symbolic win, if nothing else.
That's right.
If only we would have gotten rid of his serpent too.
Didn't we threaten to do that?
I don't know.
We
I
had him
wasn't
down
there.
on the table. Oh no, it was his foot.
I
Never
mean,
mind.
his he did have a snake familiar that was killed in the mine, but
Yeah, it's a familiar. It just brings it back.
That does sound familiar.
Well, I guess we now have to see what's damaged and just regret or think about our next steps. I'm lost, boss. I actually just lost.
come on, let's see what we can do to help. If anyone else has something that they need assistance with, it looks like. Oh goodness, it looks like Yarn is down over there.
I'll rush over to tend to Mr. Trunk Block.
Gonna grab my backpack. There's not living here.
Yeah, I like that you gave Q a backpack to lay on, but isn't your backpack like a kitchen knife and a bunch of bullets?
Maybe.
That's what I lay on, so I see no issues.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
I guess
there's no
that.
I threw away my
That's
kitchen
right.
knife
That's right.
because it was
was too heavy.
It was too heavy.
It's tough being small, man.
Yeah, 6 strength. 7 for carrying capacities because of the backpack.
It makes a big difference. So all right, so at this point, is there anything else that anyone would like to do? Or should we like pan up and
I think we can pan up.
I have
Yeah.
absolutely no idea what to do. Like, actual 0 idea.
Oh, so what did I harvest from this? Like a full skeleton, or like what do I put in my my
okay.
pack here?
Let me
And did
do
I
some
clean
rolls to
them?
see how much was ruined for you.
Where's the medical club? Where's Percy's?
I do have a medical dagger.
I like this dagger medical.
I wish I could claim the joke, but
Okay, I don't know bone names, so you'll have to bear with me.
Just be generic. It's
Yeah,
fine.
upper right arm, broken.
Damn it.
Skull broken.
Wait, can you even like
And
change your skull?
I haven't put much thought into that. Rules as written, yes, but I don't really have strong feelings that would make me say no.
are you going to go through all 206 bones now?
No,
Yes.
I'm not.
So here's
Um,
what I've been putting in my pack.
Mhm.
Like arms, legs, hands, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like I haven't been super specific about
It's putting head.
Yeah. I think
shoulders,
that's,
knees, and
I guess,
toes,
like
knees
sort
and
of
toes.
broad body parts is probably the best way to do it. Also because like individual finger bones are not going to count for like
they're not going to
separate
do anything for me.
separate things. So
Each phalange is a tenth of a hit.
So I would say what you're getting is an arm and a half, like half a rib cage, 2 legs. You can get the whole pelvis. I think that's fine. Unfortunately, the skull is no good. Probably too much of the spine is no good. The spine's hard to work with, anyways.
Are these dirty?
Yeah, you just cut them out of a dude.
they just
Well, I
cut
didn't
it
know if I
down.
cleaned them.
You can take
So
time to
now
clean them.
they're
Like
now they're what we call half wet bones.
I can clean them?
we can call them cleaned in between adventures if you would like.
Okay.
You get weeks and weeks usually between adventures.
Oh,
so.
I see.
Yeah, it's
So they're
off
still
time.
dirty. Okay.
Off time business.
Are you? Hang on. Are you panning up as if we're done with this adventure, or are you panning up this episode? It determines whether I take time to clean them now.
It's panning up for narration for the adventure, basically.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we have 2 legs, a pelvis, an arm and a half,
Mm-hmm.
1 human arm, 1 human arm 0.5.
And for healing purposes, I would call an arm like 2 heels, a leg 2 heels. You know what I mean? Like at the joint would be where I would cut it. You know.
Okay.
So half an arm would be 1 heel.
Is there any loot?
Can
Well,
this
I'm
be
talking.
documented somewhere?
I'll just enhance the existing rule for it
All right, so
to be more
1.5
specific about it.
human arms, a pelvis, 2 human legs, an And I'll just set these as clean now.
And half a rib cage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll
Can I
put 1.5 rib cages because I already have a handful of human ribs.
Okay.
Nice. That is beautiful.
Yeah, so a pretty good haul for you.
That's good.
Can I let you see any magical shit? Is there any loot?
I mean the one dead guy was already looted. The other dead kitsune person is or kitsune guy is not like decked out. They're let's say a low level adventurer. They're wearing a red shirt. They have a dagger.
He caught the strays.
If you catch my drift.
Yes. Will
I do catch your drift because of how we were talking about football earlier.
Nice sports, y'all. Nice.
He has a
sporting.
dagger. Unfortunately, the dagger is in the middle of his eyes.
So, if there's nothing else that anyone else wants to specifically do, or like a little scene that someone wants to have.
I think it needs to be playing a sad music as it pans to each one of us with a sad face, and then it gets to be very dramatic. It's...
Oh, I am not sad. I am
Oh, yeah.
very happy.
It's everyone just like sad and crackers, like throwing bones in the air, like yeah,
like happily counting bones.
Well,
this is a great day.
Like, I've got some bones. It's a good day.
It
Well, the
starts
most
a musical
exciting-
number with crackers. It's like singing in the rain, but with bones.
The most exciting thing for me, though, is just having you not to waste your freaking healing on me, because it's just terrible. And
It
it's
is a bit
like,
rough.
I hate taking people's potions, and I hate buying them because they're pointless almost. Like 2 health for a whole potion is just awful. So yeah, I'm super happy about getting some bones. It's not every day you come across a dead guy.
Gabitha looks into the woods sad because she's thinking about that horse, and she has like a very far away kind of look in her eyes as she just slowly starts mixing a bowl with her whisk.
In the middle of this investigation, you started making cookies or something? Just like absent-mindedly baking?
Yes, no, she's making the dough today so it can rest for tomorrow. But
Excellent.
yeah,
It's all about a pre-ferment, you know?
but she's moved on from that. She's just doing some like regular cookies. She's quick with her baking.
This is the first time Gabitha goes like sees something from the left hand, right? Because they weren't in the Halloween thing.
Yeah, they
Last year.
weren't involved with the bone drinkers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
true. Yeah, this is Gabitha's first
Congrats, Gabitha. You now
run in
into
with
our
the-
bullshit.
primary, foe.
Yay! The good news is Gabitha doesn't actually care about the foe. Again, she's really here because she wants the money, and she's here because you all seem nice. So, but she doesn't know who you are.
Now you're part of the bullshit.
Yeah.
She didn't think we were that nice when we didn't let her ride on our shoulders.
I mean, she's still mad about it. I bet it's just young people these days. No respect.
Scout.
No respect for the elderly. Hey, don't you call her stout? Over here, shaming.
How old is Gabitha, by the way?
In my mind, she's
Very old.
94. I don't know what I put on her sheet.
I don't think it's 94, but I
Well,
don't,
yeah,
I don't know if
wouldn't
it's
say
even
how
filled
old-
out.
Oh, she's 78. Okay, so what she is, I based that aspect after my own grandmother, who is 94, but you think she's 132. So, try to
Okay,
give
so she's
Gabitha
78, but when you look at her, you go 90s, surely.
Yeah, like physically, she doesn't recommend.
90s at best.
She doesn't resemble Yzma from Emperor's New Groove, but when you're like, oh my gosh, you are older than dirt, like in that way they're
Yeah.
similar.
I love that you are about a fifth my age.
Oh yeah, there's that too, elves and shit.
But Gabatha has definitely like tapped Elantra on the face before and said, "Aw, there's a young one." You know.
And I'm
I
and
am, again,
I've had this here.
350 years old.
There, dearie. Okay.
Yeah, but like you don't have all the pains of being old.
Oh my,
Like,
I
Gabatha's
spilled some
lived some
yogurt on
shit.
my shirt.
And then I've had here being 12.
Thank you, Don.
Yeah. Ask her about her aches.
I'm 12.
I don't even know how. My age is question marks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Krakus
could be
is
older than
probably
me.
the oldest one. If you just look at like date from birth
Yeah.
until current date, but like actual time alive is a lot harder to figure out.
I think everything that Krakus says is just alleged because you just can't like. When you met him, he was wearing some ancient ass
Yeah,
armor.
do you...
But is he actually from that era, or did he just find it? You know,
Right.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even think he knows. So who knows? It's question marks.
So ask us
So-
if we had any like scene, and then we started talking about age.
That's
Yeah.
fine. So we sort of pan up after we get our various emotion close-ups on everyone. And what you sort of determine as everyone like reconvenes and people have some time to process and discuss things with each other and sort of like cross-check facts and stuff. Is it seems like there were maybe like 8 attackers, somewhere in that like 6 to 10 ballpark. No one is really sure because they were sort of fighting in and out of smoke all the time, but from the different angles that people saw things from and different amounts of the situation that people observed, it seemed like they like sprinted up in a well-organized group through fucking smoke sticks everywhere and filled the place up with smoke to obscure vision, and then just started hucking alchemist fireplaces to draw attention away from the cage. So it seemed like,
damn it,
they were a strike group basically with how they approach this. You can also get a couple of different people remarking seeing the same sort of symbol on the back of their cloaks, and they all had cloaks on, that as far as people could tell. So all but one, actually, specifically one of them did not have a cloak.
Was that the red shirt freshman?
The red shirt is one of your people. It was like
Never mind.
a
but
new
also wasn't
initiate
wearing a cloak.
person that maybe someone or some of you had like seen once in the hallway.
Level 3 rogue just came up and got fucked up.
They were in the wrong place at the wrong time.
That's so sad.
Not at all prepared for this situation. Additionally, eventually Yard and the other person who is unconscious, I guess you eventually you work out the dead guy is named Shijiro. The dead guy that was yours. The other dead guy, who knows what their name was.
Bob.
The other unconscious person, a half dwarf named Barrett Flataxe, and Yard was the other person who was still unconscious. What was sort of holding them in their state was 2 different poisons. The one that Yard was under was a like magical poison, and the one that Barrett was under was a mundane poison. I guess you got, if we're doing a proper time skip, Barrett was being held under by leech petal poison, and I don't think there is any way to nail down specifically what the other poison was, because of reasons. So the one that Yard was under is a question mark still, but he does eventually recover. So at the end of the day, there's only one casualty on each side.
I'm gonna be forever thinking if we had. What if we were Fester? I will take that to my grave.
I don't know how much faster we could have been.
If we had had my horse.
Yeah, because the whole thing is that like the trap was not like just the distraction. Innocent people would have died. You know, it was quite
True.
villainous in that way.
So I'll put a button on the episode there so that we can transition to if you want explanations or you have questions about how things